Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how spiritual entrepreneurs can use this mindset to enter into their flow state in order to create and sell high quality digital products. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video, give it a like, and comment your thoughts below. So if you've been on your spiritual path and you've been trying to use your spirituality to manifest money, I'm sure you've heard of increasing your vibration, raising your frequency in order to manifest your desired reality. And I do think that that perspective is powerful and it is true and it works. But sometimes you have to shift your perspective or try different mindsets in order to get results. If you've been trying, thinking about something for a certain way and it's not giving you results, then it's time to switch how you view things. And also always having the other perspective can never hurt you if you know how to use discernment and take information that resonates with you and know how to discard the information that don't resonate with you. This is how I view a lot of things, and even in this video right now, if there's certain things that you don't agree with or that don't resonate with you, discard that and then take the things that do resonate with you. So when I first got into selling digital products, I didn't know what to sell. I didn't know how many digital products that were out there that people sold. I'm pretty sure people don't even realize what sometimes I tell people I sell digital products and they don't even know what it is. In my process of doing product research, I learned that there's so many different products. There's so many different ways that you can add value to people. There's so many different things that people want to buy to make their life more convenient that they just don't want to, spend the time doing themselves, or they may not have the expertise. And in the process of finding out what I wanted to sell, I had to go through certain mental barriers. One mental barriers that I had to break through, and also certain levels of creativity that I found limiting myself, even when I figured out what digital products I want to sell. So if you're at the point where you don't even know what digital product you want to sell, you can use what the perspective, the mindset that I'm going to talk about in order to get you to figure out what you want to sell and how you can use your knowledge or use your creative skills in order to package that and sell that to give value to someone via the internet. Or if you do know what you're going to sell, you can use this in order to create higher quality products or creating products that are more beneficial to your consumers. Have you ever realized that the level that you're able to communicate on, or the level that you're able to articulate yourself, or the deeper that you can go depends on your level or your state of consciousness at that time? Because for me, whenever I'm creating or I'm, making music or talking to someone, I find myself being limited depending on the energy, the state that I'm in at that time. And the reason why I mentioned what I mentioned before at the beginning of the video of people talking about using your energy to manifest, I feel like if you're a spiritual creator, you can use your consciousness to manifest. You can use all of the principles that you've ever learned about raising your vibration or increasing your frequency to increase your consciousness and be able to go into to wake up a certain level of creativity, a certain level of genius, a certain level of yourself that may be untapped. And sometimes we tap into this without even thinking about it. Sometimes we just, do things that we love. It increases our consciousness, it increases our vibration, and then we're able to just get creative. We have certain thoughts that, we don't usually have. And I think this happens to us often, but we're not able to channel it properly, and we're not able to do it at the right time. You might be the most creative when you're just having fun, chilling out with friends, but you're not using that creativity to really manifest or to really channel it towards your work. So I just want to bring this to your awareness and bring this to your consciousness that before you work on a specific piece of product, content, whatever it is you're working on, you want to make sure that you're in a higher state or a level of flow state or a level of, creativity. So our level of creativity, our level of consciousness depends on our state of being, our energy level. And that is, depending on how much spiritual energy we have built up. depending on how much spiritual energy you have that is circulating, how much chi, how much prana, how much life force that is circulating in your body, it is going to determine how the depth that you can go with inside of yourself to unlock and to bring forth the greater ideas that, you know, we all have inside of us. And when people talk about raising your vibration, they always talk about the mindset, but they don't really give you any ways in which you can increase your vibration, or any ways that you can increase your, you know, your energy, you know, whatever it may be. So before you work, you want to do certain spiritual practices that increase your spiritual power in that moment. And you should, in my opinion, we should all be practiced on, no matter what your religion is, we should all be doing spiritual practices every day to increase our life force, to increase our energy. And this will help events in our lives, this will help events happen in our favor more often. So, you know, one spiritual practice, you know, that we all know is meditation. And there are countless amount of meditations. If you're doing a meditation to enter into a certain level of state, you want to be thinking the right thoughts. You want to be guiding your mind to that part. You want to be guiding your mind in order to achieve this specific outcome. So sometimes we may meditate to clear our mind. Sometimes we may meditate to enter deeper into our mind. So before you begin working on whatever project you have at the time, you want to increase your consciousness and increase it with the intention of channeling higher vibrational or conscious, higher creative thoughts. You do these practices with the intention of grabbing these ideas, or with the intentions for these ideas to flow into your mind. You could think about the outcome, create that energy somehow, create that thought, magnetize that thought towards your mind, and then begin the spiritual practice that you're going to use in order to raise your consciousness, raise your energy. There are countless amount of spiritual practices. You know, I'm gonna give you an example right now. A spiritual practice that people can use to increase their energy, like in the moment, is a mudra or a mantra. A mudra is a hand symbol or a hand gesture that you would use, you know, with your hand. There's so many different ones that, you know, people can do. You can do certain seals. There's countless amount of mudras. You can do a mantra. You can mix a mudra with the mantra. You know, even as I'm, I don't know if you guys can see it, but even as I'm doing it right now, I can feel my energy increasing. But you can mix mudra with mantras. You can mix mudras with mantras with meditation. That's why one of the most popular meditations there are, when you know that is displayed in Hollywood, is people doing, you know, this mudra right here and saying Om, the mantra of Om. And this will increase your level of energy. This is one thing that you can do. And before you do this, and while you're doing it, you're just imagining, because what this doing is this is sending energy throughout different points of your body, throughout different points of your energy system, your energy centers. And it's allowing that energy to move up towards the higher part of yourself. You know, most of the time, a lot of it exists in the lower part of ourselves. And we're not using that creative energy to for our brain, for our consciousness. It's sitting in the lower part of ourselves, and we're thinking about food, or we're thinking about, you know, physical pleasures. So by doing these, you're automatically raising your consciousness up. There are so many different ways. I'm not going to talk about all of the ways right now. I'm planning on going deeper and diving deeper into all of this information. And in my school, I created a school link. So if you guys are interested in that, then make sure to join the community on the link below. But this is one simple practice that we all can do at any moment. You don't need any tools, you don't need any crystals, you don't need any, you know, Palo Santo to clean the energy. And those are also things that you can do. Sometimes you just got to set the environment to where you feel comfortable and able to channel those thoughts and able to let that energy enter into your environment and your mental environment. So after you do the meditation, do the practice, you will feel yourself begin to feel grateful, more higher energy, just more magnetic. And yeah, you just want to do the practice until you feel like, okay, I'm ready to go, like, or until the idea comes to you. Sometimes it might take 10-15 minutes you know, or maybe it may take longer, but the more consistently you're doing the spiritual practices, this is why it's a path. This is why it's a lifestyle of being spiritual. You have to be consistent in order to where, you know, you wake up in a high vibration and you don't got to do nothing, and you just wake up and then you just do whatever you got to do. You're already in that state. You don't got to do nothing. You know, you go before you go to sleep. You know, you already put these things into your mind, so you're thinking about it in the dream. You might get a higher level thought in your dream, so then that way you don't even have to, you know, it's just in your being, it's just in your mind. You're always in that state. You're ready, so you don't have to get ready. But for those of you that are feeling some type of blockage, or you're not able to let these thoughts flow or enter into your flow state, enter into your flow state before you work. Channel that energy before you work, right before you work, and then you work, and then even afterwards you stay in that energy, so that way the greater forces that are acting upon this world are setting things up for you in order to magnetize people to you, magnetize clients to you, magnetize people to buy your products, magnetize your products themselves. I've witnessed certain products that I produced that are more magnetic than other products. They sell more products, you know, and while I do think some might just have a certain appeal to them visually, to my belief, I feel like there are other forces that are just on certain products. Certain products are more powerful spiritually, depending on the level that you created it at the time, and also how you feel about it, how you felt about it while you were creating it, but how you feel about it once it's posted or once it's to the public. So that's pretty much it in the simple terms. I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna break this down and go into it more detail in later videos, and like I said, on my school account. But make sure that you guys like the video and let me know what you think. I'm curious for you guys to let me know what you think. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching.